Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to get your gooseneck latch freed up. When I bought this truck, took it home from the auction, went to go see if I could pull that ball out, and sure enough, this would not move up, down, sideways, in, out. It didn't move at all, and it was a pain in the ass. So it took me a little while, but I figured it out. Tools you're going to need: hammer, a long punch. I didn't use a screwdriver. I'm going to use this just to show you for the video. I ended up using, the only thing I had around was a bunch of half-inch socket extensions. I put them together to make probably 16 inches or so of socket extensions, and then tapped it on through. But if you had like a long punch or something in that diameter, that would be useful. Yeah, so I'll take you around the other side here. Hopefully we can see everything. Like I said, you can see everything's freed up now. Oh, one other tool you need: PB blaster, for sure. Because you're going to want to spray PB blaster all over that gooseneck. You're going to want to spray it inside. You're going to want to spray underneath. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to show you, like I said, I had my feet on the tires here, pulling this fucking thing as hard as I could, twisting it as hard as I could. Don't use any tools, like, to get more leverage on this. You'll probably end up bending it, and it'll be SOL at that point. So, take the hammer, screwdriver, come over to this side. Now, what you'll see here, let's get this thing to focus. Alright, so you got this little access hole on the opposite side, the passenger side of your vehicle. There's this access hole that goes, might even be able to see right through it, and you can't. So this is going to connect. Let's see if I can get underneath here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so that hole provides a direct window to that hole right there. So that's where your rod is actually coming to an end. You're going to see that your that hole is filled, and I guarantee you there's a rusty little nub sticking out of it, just barely, maybe a quarter of an inch from the other side. So what you're going to do is stick that that extension or punch or whatever you got. Alright, stick that right through all the way. It's easier when you have two people helping you, but for the video you should be able to see what's going on here. Alright, so you see the screwdriver, you're going to touch it right to the nub that's sticking out there, that rod. You got the other end hanging out right here. Oh, good, it stays. That's when, like I said, it's easier when you have two people. But take your hammer. Hopefully the other person's holding on to it for you, and then you'll tap, 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 tap. Keep tapping, and eventually it should break loose. And then that rod, you might have to tap it all the way through. You might be able to tap it a few times, and then it'll come out by itself. In my case, I had to tap it probably so that this rod ended up coming out maybe an inch or two, and then after that, it's a slid nice and easy. So that'll give you some relief, so you can finally use your ball. And then when I took mine out, actually, when I finally got this ball out, this was all, the surface was all rusty, so I had to wire wheel everything, all four sides, so that I can get back down into that hole, because it was getting stuck. Let me show you the inside here. So this is that rod that you're looking for. It's going through that hole, and on the other side of that hole, your punch should be right there, your hammer. You're going to tap it right through that hole. And like I said, it should go tap, 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 and then come right out. Boom.